Hello friend, long time no see. Today I went to pick up these photos, and when I opened them, I got super nostalgic and I knew I had to make something cool with them for you to look back on. I hope you're having a great time in Texas. I can't wait to hear all the stories when you come visit. Also, some of these photos turned out a little dark, so sorry about that. I'll see you soon. Rachel. So, if you didn't understand, basically Mega is moving to Texas with her entire family for college, which means it's not going to be very often that we're going to be able to hang out again. So what we did this summer is we tried to hang out as much as possible before she moved off to Texas and hopefully make some last time memories. As a way to keep these memories, I bought a disposable film camera and I documented our summer. And these are those memories. First off was our first ever coffee shop we ever went to together. I'll always miss playing trash and blackjack, drinking way too much coffee, and talking about who knows what. And of course, I'll remember you being late almost every time. Honestly, this sounds kinda dumb, but our car rides were some of my favorite times. Being able to completely belt out songs that we both liked without any judgment is something I really treasure. This is where some of our first hangouts began and where our last one ended. This was the first photo I took on the disposable camera, and it was a good choice. I love this photo. I mean, I look a little stupid, but we don't have to talk about that. This was one of our first big hangout days. We got coffee, had lunch in the park, went to Lunds and Byerly's for cookies, rode around on scooters, and went to a restaurant. This was the first time we ever just sat outside and observed, and it definitely was not our last. This was the night of my song release. We made brownies, watched Conan Gray videos, played a whole lot of covers, and got to see my first ever single go live for the whole entire world. Thank you for always supporting me on my music journey and giving me feedback. These next 4 photos are all dedicated to our extreme sugar addiction, because apparently we eat a lot of desserts and I didn't even realize it until looking through all these photos. These 2 were both WanderStar shoots, and I really appreciate it a lot that you were willing to help me out with these. As much as it was so hot that day, I mean, it was kind of my fault for wearing pants and a jacket, it was totally worth it. The photos turned out great, and I made some good memories while we were at it. Adventuring was something we did a lot. Whether that was in the city or at a park, it was always fun. If there is one word I would use to describe you, it would be adventurous. I don't think there's ever been a time where you've said no to something I've offered to do. Scooters was one of the things you showed me that I actually ended up really enjoying. I love zooming around at top speed with you lagging behind me. I'd always have to stop for you to catch up, and then I'd ask, "Are you going to keep up this time?" And you'd always nod your head yes, but nevertheless 10 seconds later, I'd turn around again to see you far behind. This was the first time I ever tried Korean barbecue, and I'm definitely doing it again because it was so good. We always got to try a bunch of different ethnic foods that I wasn't used to before, and it really opened up my horizon for different types of foods. I know you probably have no idea what this photo is, but this is us at the gym. I'm so happy I decided to switch gyms. It was really helpful having someone hold me accountable and push me as I did to you. Yes, I did give the Corner Cafe its own page. It deserves it. Plus, this picture turned out incredible. I have countless memories here that I can't even begin to explain. These 2 photos were our first little bike trip down to the park. I honestly love this. The bike ride was so relaxing, especially with golden hour, and those Blue Bunny Sundays were incredible. It was super nostalgic going back to that playground and being reminded of all the good times when we were in elementary school. I'm honestly surprised this jump photo even worked, but this was definitely one of my favorite moments, even though I think I've said that for everything. We got to watch the sunset and just talk about the past, present, and the future. These 2 were from one of our last big hangout days. We went to the theater, scooted to our coffee shop. We couldn't find it for a while, but we eventually did. Created a new card game, went to another restaurant, sat and painted nails in the park and listening to Taylor Swift, and then ended up the day with some ice cream. I love how our passion for music eventually developed into us producing music and eventually making a cover together. This is that cover. so glad you made time to see me.
How's life? Tell me, how's your family?
I haven't seen them in a while.
You've been good, busier than ever.
Small talk, work and the weather.
Your guard is up and I know
why. 'Cause the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind. You gave me roses and I left them there to die.
So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in
Front of you saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time.
Turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you. Wishing I'd realize what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it
alright.
I go back to December all the time. These days I haven't been sleeping,
Staying up, playing back myself, leaving when your birthday passed and I didn't call.
and I think about summer, all the beautiful times.
To watch you laughing from the passenger side.
And I realized I loved you in the fall.
When the cold came, the dark days, when the fear crept into my mind. You gave me all your love and all I gave you was goodbye.
So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in
Front of you saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time.
Turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you. Wishing I'd realize what I had
When you were mine.
I go back to December, turn around and make it
alright.
I go back to December all the time.